Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've hopped on here, and there's always a reason why I do, and there's something that happened last night that really got me thinking about doing another live video. And here's what it is. I took my dad out to dinner last night, and something that's always made me smile about my dad is the way he reacts to little kids. And actually my dad and I have something in common because I love little kids. And that's probably why when I went to college to be a teacher, I'm K through 8, but I opted for early childhood. So I always taught the little ones because they make me laugh. And they are just so carefree. They really have their blinders on almost always, and they're just in their little world doing what they want to do. And my dad and I were at dinner last night, and there were two little girls at this restaurant. I'm assuming they were sisters because they looked very similar, and they were just having a blast in their own little world. They were supposed to be following their mom and dad out of the restaurant, but instead of following by walking, they were hopping and jumping and just in their own world, and we were cracking up. And that's why I'm on this video today. It's about the topic of really not caring what other people think. I almost said when I hopped on here, oh my goodness, I've got the animals in the background, my hair looks a mess, and so on, and I caught myself because I really don't care that there are animals in the background and that my hair looks a mess and I'm sort of in a workout shirt and all of those things. So I think the topic is good all around. So, I'm sure that things like this have happened to you. I know in my own world, people really questioned when my husband and I decided that I'd stay home and homeschool our kids. I'm sure it ran through their mind, why would you homeschool your kids? When I got my tattoo, I had people that said, why would you get a tattoo? Maybe you've heard, why would you quit your job? Or why did you change jobs? Why did you dye your hair? Why did you change your major? Why did you decide to do this or that? And honestly, who gives a rip? Who gives a rip what people think? Now let me say this before people start thinking, well, you should care. I'm not talking about being a jerk at all. Not being a jerk that doesn't care. I'm talking about being at a place in your mind, in your heart, that you're in a state of trueness to yourself. You are so confident in who you are that you're not going to be bothered by worrying about what people think of you. I was cracking up the other night. My son and I went to see the Tom Petty concert, Joe Walsh concert, which was fantastic. Absolutely love their music. But I was cracking up because I saw people older than myself, women with mohawks and dyed hair and tattoos, not just one, many tattoos. And I was cracking up, and in my mind, instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe you'd have a mohawk or whatever, I was thinking more to myself, way to go, awesome, you are being true to yourself. So that is what I want to make sure you know, that I don't mean don't care what people think in a way that's harsh or unkind, but in a way that you are at a perfect, true state of who you are, who yourself is. So there's no way that any of us can ever walk into a room. I mean, we're humans. No one can walk into a room and not be evaluated in some way. People will always form an opinion of you. They will always evaluate you without you having any control over it. So you can't control their opinion. I can't control their opinion. So the thing to remember too is if we were all cookie cutters, if every single one of us was the same, how boring, yawn, would that be for the world? It's the contrast between the two of us, the three of us, the whole world, that makes us unique. Makes us unique. So 100% of the people are not always going to agree with you or agree with you, but it's those people that don't agree with you, that make us grow, that make us who we are. So I've come up with a few things that I think are reasons why you should not care what other people think, and here they are. It's really not their life, so it's not any of their business. And again, not being a jerk at all, but it's being so confident in who you are that it's not their life, so it's really none of their business. Here's the second thing why you shouldn't care what people think. They don't know what's best for you, right? I don't know what's best for that person. No one is as invested in our life as we are, right? So number three, what's right for someone may not be right for the next person, right? That's a no-brainer, but how many times have we heard this little saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? So what's right for one person may not be right for you, and vice versa. Number 4, on why not to care what people think. It's going to keep you from your dreams. It's going to keep your growth stunted. It's going to keep you in your box, and you should not be in a box. Number 5, life is too short. Life is too short to care what people think. And besides, you're probably not going to see that person unless it's in your close world. You may not see that person ever again. One of my things that I will tell my kids a lot, and I think they just know it at this point, like especially when you're out in places that you don't know those people, you're not going to see them another day in your life probably. Who cares? Who cares? Number 6, others really truly don't care as much as you think they care. It's just the way it is. We sometimes think that people are going to care, but honestly they don't really care as much as we think they care. And then here's the last one, and I think this sort of sums it up, is you can't, it's impossible to please everybody, right? It's impossible to please everybody. So here's what you should do, in my little humble opinion, is embrace who you are, stay true to yourself, walk into your calling, your gifts, your talents, and put your blinders on and not care what people think. So that's it. Have a great, what day is it? Thursday? Have a great Thursday, and thanks for watching.